a moment to lie down. Notice how our head softens to the floor. Notice the shape of our neck. With our palms facing up, notice our shoulders. Without any big movements, I want you to tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, just a little bit on each side. Notice how that affects our shoulders, our neck, our head. Feel the openness of our chest. Notice the shape of our low back. Feel its relationship with our hips. Notice the way our legs roll out and its relationship to our hips. Notice our breath. Feel how it moves through our nose into our belly. Let's slow down. As we pause here, lying down, focusing on our breath, notice how it feels to just be here. Can you allow your mind to just be here in your body, recognizing the simplicity of our breath, letting go of everything else around us, letting go of everything else that's going on in our life right now. I want you to place one hand over your heart. Can you recognize your heartbeat? Placing our right hand on our belly, our left hand on our heart. Just connecting with life, the life that we create in our body. And releasing our hands back out to our side. Let's gently rock our heads side to side, moving in a fashion that feels good for us, so staying out of the pain or discomfort zone. Bringing our head back to center. Let's bend our knees, draw our knees into our chest, give them a hug. Rock our knees side to side. Letting our head and shoulders move with our lower body. Bringing our bodies back to center. Let's draw our knees forward. Take our hands to the top of our knees. Let our arms fully extend out. And then I want you to slide your right hand to the top of your thigh and keep your left hand on your knee. Actively push your right hand into your thigh and press your thigh into your hand. And then push your left knee into your left hand and pull back with your left hand. Pushing and pulling with our hands and our legs. And relax. Switch sides. Right hand on our knee, left hand on the top of our thigh. Pull and press. And relax. Take our hands, wrap our right hand around our left thumb, and then make a fist with our left hand. So we have two fists side by side, but they're connected by your left thumb. Place those hands in between your thighs. Let your feet hang. Actively squeeze your fists. Make sure the position of your hand is comfortable for you. And relax. Draw your knees back into your chest. Give them a hug. And then rock side to side. And then come back to center. Let's slide our hands around to the back of our thighs. We're going to rock forward and back until we can come up to a seated position. Once we find seated, let's rise up tall through our spine. Find balance in our sit bones, so just lift one hip up at a time, rocking side to side. And then hands on our legs, anywhere that feels comfortable for us. With shoulders rolled back and down, we're going to lean to one side and then lean forward and then to the other side and then back And then continue making circles. And as you make your circles, I want you to attempt to keep your spine neutral. You're going to feel your core engage. You're going to feel movement in your hips. You can still lift the hips at one side at a time if you like. Just kind of explore this movement. How does it feel for you? And come back to center. Switch the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed. And then we're going to reverse the direction. So leaning over to the left, forward, to the other side, to the right, and then back. And again, you're moving in your comfortable fashion, attempting to keep our spine neutral. It's okay if it flexes or extends, as long as it feels comfortable for you. And then coming back to center. I want you to rise up tall through your spine. Place one hand over the center of your chest, followed by the other. Lift your chest up so that you feel mid-back engaged. And then I want you to close your eyes and actively pull your head back. From here, rock side to side. Start with a small movement, and then you can move into anything that honors you. As you do so, I want you to just recognize the life in your body. Feeling your breath. And take our hands to our sternum. Continue to rock side to side. Taking our hand to our upper belly. And hand to our low belly. And then coming back to center, let our hands relax in our lap, palms facing up. And I want you to tuck your chin down towards your throat. And then turn your chin to the right. Find your full range of motion. Slowly lift our left ear up to the ceiling. And then reach our chin up to the ceiling and over to the left. And then gently pull our right ear down. And sweep our chin to center. Reversing our movement, we're going to turn our chin to the left. And then lift our right ear up. And sweep our chin up to the ceiling and over to the right. And then pulling our left ear down. And then bringing our chin back to center. This time we're going to find the same movement. We're going to reverse it. But as we reverse it, I want you to keep the movement active. So feel strong and stable through our neck rather than passive and gentle. So turn our chin to the left, and I want you to find your full range of motion. Find strength in that turning and pivoting. Feel your neck fully engaged. Maybe make fists with your hands. Hug your belly in a lot. Hug your elbows into the side of your ribs. And then lift your right ear up, moving slowly with stability. And then draw our chin up and over to the right, keeping our neck strong as we move slowly. And then actively pull our left ear down. Turning our chin back to center. Keeping everything strong, turn our chin to the right, lifting it up as high as comfortable for us. And lifting our left ear up. Draw our chin up and over to the left. Pulling our right ear down. Actively turn our chin back to center. Relax our hands, our arms, our elbows, our shoulders. Lifting our chin up, keeping our eyes closed. Let's turn our head side to side. And then start to pull our head back. Bringing our head back to center, opening our eyes. Let's find an all fours position. From all fours, joints are stacked, fingers are spread wide. And really think about how you can spread your fingers. Do they feel even? Do they feel equal? Then notice our elbows. Are the inside creases of our elbows pointing towards each other? Or are they turned forward? Are we actively pushing our hands into the floor and lifting out of our shoulders, or are we just sinking into our shoulder joints? As we keep a flat, neutral spine, is our tailbone pointing towards the back of our mat, maybe towards our heels? Is it pointed straight back? Is it tucked under? Is it lifted up to the ceiling? I just check in. Do hips feel stacked over our knees? With all this stability in this position, let's rock our hips side to side. Let our shoulders move in the opposite direction. And the next time our hips come to the right, I want you to hold. And then reach our hips back towards our right heel, sweep our hips over to the left, come back up, and continue making big circles. Hips to the right, shoulders come to the right as well. Then back, over to the left, up, and move our whole body over to the right, back, the left, up, And continue to move. Let's find one more time. And when we come up and center, I want you to pause and switch directions. And then the next time our hips come back, I want you to hold and then draw them all the way back and down into child's pose. From the pose of a child, walk our hands back towards our knees. Inhale, lift our chest, sweep our hands up to the ceiling. So we grab a seat on our heels for a moment. And then on our next exhale, lift our hips, draw our hands to heart center so that we're in a kneeling position. Inhale, sweep up. And then exhale, hinge from our hips. So we're going to draw our hips back towards our heels, sweep our arms out to the side. Keep a flat back as long as you can. Place your hands on the floor and then lower all the way down. Inhale, lift our chest, grab a seat on our heels, sweep our hands up. Exhale, press our hips forward, hands come together in front of our heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge from our hips, reach our hips back towards our heels as we lean forward, hands come to the floor and lower all the way down. Inhaling, lifting up, grabbing a seat on our heels, sweep our hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, press our hips forward, hands come together in front of our heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge from our hips, hands come down to the floor. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, lift our chest, grab a seat on our heels. Reach our hands up. Exhale, press our hips forward, hands come together in front of our heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge from our hips, come back to child's pose. Pause here for a moment. Your variation of child's pose. Arms forward or to your side, maybe take our knees wider. Let this be a restorative pose for you. And slide our hands forward. Lift our elbows, spread our fingers wide. Lift our chest, come to kneeling plank. So hips are well in front of our knees. Find our elbows soft, pushing the floor away. Belly's hugged in, spine's neutral. Then bend our elbows, hug them into our side, lower our chest. Come all the way down to our bellies. Then on our next inhale, keeping our elbows hugged in, belly hugged in, press up and back to child's pose. Inhaling, lifting up, kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down onto our bellies. Inhaling, pressing up. Exhale, sink our hips back, child's pose. We're going to continue this flow. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, lower onto our bellies. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hips back. Keeping our movement slow. Inhale, come forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hips back. One more time, inhaling, coming forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, hips back and hold. Lift our elbows up off the floor. Lift our head. Walk our hands over to the right so that we lengthen the left side of our body. You can stay here or lower down, whatever you choose. Remember, if our head doesn't reach the floor, support it with a towel or blocks, whatever you have available for you. And really focus on breathing to the left side of our body. Focus on our exhale, releasing all tension. Notice as the tension subsides, we just soften towards the floor. Lifting our chest, walk our hands back to center and then over to the left. Option to lower down. Breathing through the right side of our body. And slowly rise back up. Walk our hands back to center. And then come up all fours. Joints stacked, fingers spread wide. And we're going to find a few cat-cows. And as we do, I really want you to think about how you move in your spine. What moves easy? What does not? When we think about how we move through our spine, we can move from our tailbone up through the back of our hips, through our low back, mid back, upper back, neck, all the way to the base of our head. Back to a neutral spine. Crawl forward to the front of our mat. We're going to flip over onto our backs. As we come to lying down on our back, walk our feet in towards our hips. Then I want you to grab a hold of a prop, and it can be a block, a blanket, a towel, whatever you have. Bring it to your side. Arms are going to come to our side, and then we're going to tuck our shoulder blades underneath us so that they're flat on the floor. Our palms are going to stay facing down. Our chin's going to tuck down towards our throat. And then actively press our feet into the floor, lift our hips, and draw them up to the ceiling. Keep our knees in line with our toes. And this isn't about how high we can lift. It's just about engaging the glutes, lifting the hips, finding a little bit of a neutral spine, and notice that the weight shifts back to our shoulders. Now we're going to flow. So on our next exhale, let's lower our hips down, tap the floor, and then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Continue to flow. Let's flow one more time. And then hold at the top. We're going to grab our prop and slide it underneath our hips. And then lower our hips down to our prop. As we do, I want you to keep the natural curve of our low back. Think about the space right behind our sternum, lifting up just a little bit to continue to be able to draw our weight back into our shoulders. Let our chin soften down towards our throat. And slowly lift our hips up off our prop. Release our prop off to the side. Lower our hips all the way down to the floor. And then release our shoulders. Draw our knees into our chest. Give them a hug. Taking our hands into fists, grabbing a hold of our left thumb, place both fists side by side, in between our middle of our thighs, and then squeeze. Squeezing our hands together, folding, applying only enough strength that fits your body. And then relax. Draw our knees into our chest. And then right hand on top of our knee, left hand on top of our thigh, draw our legs forward and push and pull. And relax. Switch sides, left hand on top of our knee, right hand on top of our thigh, and push and pull. Resisting with our hands and our legs. And relax. Place our feet on the floor. Option to find any version of Shavasana you like. Maybe a traditional one, maybe a propped up one, whatever you prefer. Once you arrive, close your eyes and allow your body to sink into your variation. Use this opportunity to let go of all thought. Let go of the need to control our breath and just allow it to be whatever it is in this moment. Allow our body to be supported by the floor and our props. Let go of the need to control our body. Let everything just happen. to our bodies. Let our breath begin to deepen. Invite movement into our hands and our feet. And draw our knees into our chest, give them a hug. Rolling over to our right side, rest ourselves up. Find our way back to a comfortable seat. Rising up tall through our spine. Our shoulders roll back and down. Let our head rise up. Our ribs hug in. Notice how it feels to be stable, relaxed, and at peace. Absorbing all of that into our heart as a memory. Let's bring our hands together in front of our heart. Take it with you as you move off of your mat. Hang on to it as long as you can. Remind yourself in your mind what it feels like so that our next attempt can bring us back to the same place. Namaste.